So I'm here with Jess Spearman, who studied abroad in Spain from Swansea University. Jess, tell me a little bit about where you went and how long you studied for.
So I studied abroad for a year as a part of my course. I did my first semester at the Autonomous University in Barcelona, and then I transferred to ICADE, which is a business school in Madrid.
And when you were in Spain, did you live on campus or did you live with a host family?
In my first semester, I lived off campus in an apartment in the city because the university is about half an hour train journey away, but I decided to live in the city centre because I wanted to experience city life. When I was in Madrid, I spent the summer previously living as an au pair with a family, so I lived with them again, and it was a brilliant experience.
And what were some of your favourite parts about Spain?
The culture, definitely, the food, the people, just their lifestyle in general, the weather, everything about the country, really.
Did you have a hard time meeting people when you first got there?
At first, especially in Barcelona, I was a bit nervous about meeting new people because I went there originally on my own. It's just stayed in a hotel for 2 nights to find somewhere to live. But the university were really helpful. They emailed us a few weeks before asking if we wanted to be a part of this buddy scheme. So I signed up to it, and our buddy contacted us via Facebook. They created a group and added everyone to it. So it was really good. So I managed to get in contact with one of the English girls there, and we met up before we started class.
That's great. Did you notice that your Spanish was improving throughout your time there?
Definitely, without a doubt. Obviously, because the majority of your classes are taught in Spanish, so you're having to do lots of extra reading, extra writing, and communicating in general in Spanish. For instance, a lot of the universities, when you have group projects, they don't let you work with other international students. They make you work with native speakers. So at first, it's quite daunting, but it's a brilliant way to make new friends and to practice your Spanish.
Were you homesick at all while you were there?
I don't really get very homesick. There was the odd time when I would think, oh, I could do with a night at home in my own bed, but you're just having the best time of your life. You don't have time to think about home.
Tell me a little bit about the classes that you took and how they're benefiting you as a Swansea University student.
So in Barcelona, I took a lot of classes on Catalan and Catalan culture, which were quite interesting, as I'd never studied that before. And this year I did have the option to study Catalan, but unfortunately I didn't have enough credits to do so. When I was in Madrid, I studied some business classes, which I did find quite hard, if I'm being honest with you, because I'm not a business student. But the university also offered a lot of classes for international students, but they were also all taught in Spanish. So I did classes on Spanish literature, Spanish history, and my favourite class was about Spanish cinema, which has actually helped me form the basis of my dissertation.
And do you feel like the things you learned in the courses in Spanish came back and worked well with the classes that you've taken here in Swansea?
Definitely, especially with some of the culture modules that they offer in your final year. I've done some of the reading that we had to do this year already, and just the awareness of other things that have gone on in Spanish history at the time will just help you a lot more when it comes to doing these classes.
And so finally, would you recommend this study abroad program for anyone else at Swansea?
Definitely, it was the best year of my life. It's a brilliant way to experience a different culture and different student experience in a different country, but it's a brilliant way to appreciate your final year of university.
Great. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.